Okay, so welcome back to the channel. So in this particular video, I'm going to be teaching you how to use CSS positions. So for example, when you go to like a website and you try to scroll through the website, maybe you're going downwards, you notice that regardless of how you scroll, the header is still going to be fixed, like it's going to remain fixed or whatever it is. So anyways, let me just start with an example. So I could come here and write a sample text because we need a text to explain what I'm talking about. So let me just introduce you to something that is called lorem. So when you're writing a HTML document and you just need to experiment and you need like 500 words or 100 words or 200 words, just type lorem. If it's 50 words, just type lorem 50. But in this case, let me just use like 500 words. So it could be lorem 500, then I'll hit enter. So once I hit enter, 500 words appear. So this would help me so that I would have like a sample of 500 words. So I would know what a particular number of words would look like. So let me just hit save and it appears here. So now let me now explain. As you can see, our header, as we're scrolling down, our header also scrolls away with other contents. But what if we wanted to make this header to be fixed regardless of how far you're scrolling on a website? So in order to do this, all we're going to do is we'll head over to our header section. So all we're going to do is we just use, so the first position, we could make it to be fixed by saying position colon fixed. And once we make it fixed, so you see as we're scrolling down, it's going to be fixed. It's not going to leave again. But anyways, I'm noticing some things like we're still able to see some of the text here. So in order to get rid of that, we just come and say top colon 0px. So it's meaning that like at the top there should be nothing, it should be zero. So once I hit 0px, it corrects that. So now as we're scrolling, remains fixed and we don't see any text at the top anymore. And we could as well do for left and right, so it covers everything. So say left colon 0px, then could say right as well, right colon 0px, and hit save. And now the left, the top, and the right are now all covered. So now the header is fixed while we're scrolling. So, but there is something you need to notice here. As we made the header to be fixed, it kind of ate out of our margin here for this div. So let me just show you. Let me get rid of this. I'll take it back, but let me just show you. So let me hit save. So as you can see, this is how it was before, but as soon as we implemented the fixed positioning, it started becoming fixed, but then it ate up this. So let me just hit save. So now it's ate up our margin. So if we don't want this and want it to still be fixed, but it shouldn't eat up our margin, we would now use something called position sticky. So a position sticky, it will get rid of this. So we will still have our header to be sticky, but it won't eat up our margin or whatever we have here. Because if we had the text here, it would have eaten it up. So it depends on whichever one you want to use. So that's just basically it. Then the next one I'm going to introduce to you is the position relative. So position relative. So if I hit save, obviously position relative, nothing here is going to be fixed again or sticky, so it just goes. But then position relative is used when you want to move like an image or anything over another thing. It could be on top of here or on top of here, anywhere you like it. So for example, let's say I want to move this to this place. So I would now say top, because I put the top to be 0. I would now say top 150px. So if I say 150px, it has now moved and is on top of something, but I still want it to come down here. So I'll increase it by 250. So I will say top 250. So now you see with the position relative, we moved it from where it was to another place. Regardless of what's there, it moves it on top of it. So that's position relative. Now for position absolute. Position absolute is basically used for like maybe images when you want to make maybe an image in your hero section or whatever to be like the same size, regardless of if it's on a mobile view or on a desktop view. So that's just a difference. So you can experiment them on your own and see whichever one works best for you. But in this case, I'll probably leave it at position fixed or position sticky. Let me just leave it at position fixed. It depends on whichever one is your choice. Position fixed. So I hit save. And sorry, I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this here. Because if I do not get rid of this, regardless of how we scroll, it will still be here. So, but if it was relative as we're scrolling, it will still be moving away. So let me just get rid of the 250. It will be 0 instead. So now we've corrected it and we'll have a fixed header. So regardless of how we move, someone can still see our logo and see other things that we may want the person to see. So yeah, that's that. If you want to learn more on CSS, kindly check out the next video. And if you like this one, kindly leave a thumbs up or leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.